Incredible, down to the last round.
We've got to get busier, we've got to dig deeper, we've got to work. Show them every mile you put in. Go through the pain barrier.
He's up and he's back in the fray.
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe and lick off the bell. Damn. Wow. Now I'm not sure what's going on here, you know. There's so many different elements of possibility going on in this video we've all just watched. Part of me thinks, is it Under Armour unknowingly trolling their now less valuable asset? For example, when athletes get signed, they sign long-term deals most of the time. So I'm wondering, has Under Armour put a whole load of money into AJ and they've basically said, you know what, this guy, this goofy dude, burning through our money, our investment, with his goofy performances. F this, let's troll this dude. Yeah, let's bring him in, let's bring him in and replay his last fight, but bring in some advice that was never said. Yeah? Let's troll the dude. Let's troll the dude as if he was a real gritty fighter. You understand? Because this ad implies that AJ is symbiotic, or AJ is 1-for-1 with gritty, getting deep and dirty with it. So there's no way the makers of this can't see the irony from an AJ. Listen, anyone who watched the Usyk fight knows that that ad is a complete joke. The last person you want in that ad, for example, Under Armour could have signed Tyson Fury versus what? You know what makes sense? Tyson Fury could sit in the corner based on his last performance, and it would make sense, wouldn't it? That ad would make sense, pushing through and digging deep. To the guys there's no doubt the executives at Under Armour thought, you know what? Let's troll this dude. This dude's burning through our investment. Let's troll him. Yeah, let's squeeze some troll value out of him. There's no doubt the blogs and social media will get buzzing with this one when they see the irony of this ad. Because guess what? What we know is all the dons who put coins on Under Armour. Listen, Under Armour may have not gone to the bookies, but the fact they've pumped money into AJ, that is the same as betting on someone. Yeah, Under Armour have bet on the success of AJ, of Mr. Anthony Johnson, and guess what? Their investment right now is down bad. So they're using. It's almost like when things lose value, you often see this with celebrities. When celebrities lose value, they distance themselves from their core purpose. So, for example, singers or popular rappers, when they're not popping anymore, yeah, when they're not popular, they'll just start doing crazy stuff, yeah? Like shooting something, or, you know what I'm saying? One of them ones. They start doing things that aren't associated with their original purpose. It's a bit like Anthony Johnson, yeah? When his purpose was boxing, now he's fell off. He's talking about Rolls Royce and AP watches and triangles and real estate. See what I'm trying to say? That same principle. But anyway, the point is, Under Armour, They know your man Anthony Johnson is down bad, and they're thinking, you know what? Let's just make a troll ad. Let's just troll this dude, yeah? Let's troll this dude and his funny style team, yeah? We're going to troll his performance, because guess what? There weren't no digging deep in his performance. We're going to troll his team, because there weren't no gritty advice. I mean, I'm trying to think, and this shows you, I've been saying this for a while, but these celebrities, Mr. Johnson included, it shows you how deluded they are. Did AJ not sit there and think, wait a minute, guys, this probably isn't an appropriate time to be doing this kind of ad? Yeah? My brand at the moment isn't aligning with this ad. This ad shows someone digging deep. This ad shows someone pushing through. I mean, look at the slogan they used at the end. What was it? What was the slogan? The only way is through. The only way is on the ropes, is what you should be saying. The only way is clinging on for dear life on the ropes, going 50-50 with a dude half his size. That's what you should have read. Not the only way is through. The only way is through is what the YB was saying for the last 2 years. I told you the only way is through against Ruiz. I told you the only way is through against Usyk. I told you the only way is through against Pulev. And all the goofy AJ fans told me, nah, the only way is dance around and IQ. Oops. Yeah? But like I said, this shows you how detached from reality Mr. Johnson is. Because if I was involved, if my brand definitely didn't align with this ad, it doesn't even make sense. At this point in time, there's many, I'm not a liar, yeah? I'd be lying if I told you there isn't times AJ's brand did align with this ad. For example, after the Klitschko fight. After the Klitschko fight, this would make perfect sense. Or after the Dillian White fight, but really mainly the Klitschko fight, it made sense. Because he went down, he got up, and he won in a knockout fashion kind of thing. But this one, well, the last few, get serious, people. What, running away from Ruiz? Wait there, you got splattered by Ruiz, then you ran away from him, then you went 50-50, 10 rounds with a 90-year-old dude, Bumlev, yeah? You went 90 rounds with you went 90 rounds with Kurbrat Bumlev, and then you got smoked by Usyk. So which part of that is pushing through? Which part of that was got to dig deep? Let's dig deep, let's go to work. Wow. It's time to get busy. And this for me was, again, I'm not sure who's involved in this. I'm wondering, was AJ in on this, trolling his own team kind of thing? Yeah, you know what? Let's troll Rob McCraken. Let's troll Fernando Alonso. I'll sit in the corner, and then you bring a trainer in who does the job of the YB, yeah? Let's bring a trainer in to speak about the things that I should have been told in the corner. Because all them things that man says in the background, yeah, get busy, it's time to get busy. It's time to get busy with the sticky. All that it's time to dig deep, it's time to go to work. Show him every mile you put in. Go through the pain barrier. The only way is through. All them bars are the things he should have been told in the corner. Instead, he got rubbed off for 12 rounds. Brilliant, excellent. Even though it was below average. It was below mediocre. This really is something to behold, yeah? I don't know what, I'd love to actually understand how this came about, but I don't believe in coincidence. There's no way this kind of perfectly ironic ad comes out now, yeah? And that's how you know your man Anthony Johnson is locked into the YB channel. And that's why I tell you, he's trying to troll. 100% he's trying to troll the fans right now. There's no doubt about that. I'd feel embarrassed. Imagine, I talk all my talk, yeah? I go in there and I flop and I flap against Tyrone. And I'm not saying I'm anywhere near, I'm not 0.01% of AJ, but I'm just saying, imagine, yeah? You talk the game, you go in there, you flop, and then you come out of an ad showing that you're a warrior. Are you serious? I'd have said, listen guys, yep, you're my employer, but come on, can we not do something a bit more neutral? Because this reeks of something I am not, yeah? But in reality, when AJ put this post out, because he posted it on his social media, he tagged Throwback Fighter. And we've heard the interview recently, and with all of his social media now says Throwback Fighter. It's like he's trying to cling on, and this is what social media's done. Yeah, when people don't demonstrate their purpose and their substance in their actions, they now just make social media ads saying it, talking about it. Rather than doing it, AJ, you could have sat in the corner. Or AJ, better yet, you could have sacked your team and brought in the YB to tell you what you need to hear in the corner. Yeah? You could have sacked your team and brought in Shane McGuigan, who can tell you what time it is. Or whatever else. You could have brought in some real people around you to get that done. Instead, you're out here making ads, trying to convince people. Because, I'm not going to lie, there will be AJ fans and there will be neutral people who don't really follow boxing, who watch this ad and think, yeah, AJ's the warrior. Oh, it's an amazing ad. Wow. yeah, you strong, and he a champion. Come on, champion, you're unbeatable, and you're super gritty and super full of heart. And for me, the most amazing thing is, yeah, for example, I've seen many ads before. So I've seen a Michael Phelps ad, I've seen a Tiger Woods ad, and often, do you know the kind of ads or the best ads for sports companies, they actually use footage from in play. So for example, once, I think Tiger Woods hit a hole in two or something like that. I'm not sure, I'm not a golf fan, but basically he pulled off an amazing shot, and the golf ball trickled, and the Nike swoosh rolled round perfectly. So Nike took that and used it, but guess what? The reason your man AJ had to put fake blood in his eye and had to recreate a fake environment, because he can't use, yeah? He can't use the footage for no ad, because there ain't none. There ain't no motivational corner speaking. And to be honest, if I was a sports company, for example, in comparison, now I've told you before, I'm a neutral fan. I'm just calling it what it is. And now look at Sugar Hill and Tyson Fury, for example. That there, I'm not saying it's perfect, but that there's a lot closer. You've got Sugar Hill in the corner emotional. Yeah? He's passing on life force and life energy to his fighter. That there's advertisement 101. You could clip that and clip the performance knocking Wilder out when Wilder went full zombie mode and flopped to the floor. There's an ad in itself. Instead, Mr. Johnson out here got the CGI out. Damn. Is that how down bad you are? The only W you can get is against a CGI opponent. Wow! It's bad for Mr. Johnson right now. It's super duper bad for Mr. Johnson. Yeah? He out here catching dubs over CGI. And even then he got blood in his eye. Getting touched by CGI Don. Damn. But yeah, what can I say, people, man? This for me was killer. Killer jokes. Did no one around the team, or did no one say, wait there a minute, people? I would have felt obliged to say, nah, we can't do this now. Let's wait until 6 months' time when I prove myself to put this kind of ad out. But I told you before, these people got no shame. And Mr. Johnson, and this is why I'm disappointed in Mr. Johnson, because Mr. Anthony Johnson, at one time I thought he was kind of zen, in as much as I thought he would be able to read a room. Right now, I thought he would be high IQ enough to read the room. You know what, people, it's probably not best we put this kind of ad out right now, because I haven't backed it up. Yeah, AJ would say things, actions speak louder than words. Well, actions are supposed to speak louder than ads as well. And your actions have not backed up the things you talk about. And it's a shame that you're trying to push this fate. This for me is almost as much of an ad for Under Armour as it is yourself, if that makes sense. This for me feels like Eddie Hearn made this one. Oh, you know what, guys? YB keeps riding us. Let's put an ad out where we kind of try and psy up the fans into thinking that he's a warrior again. Because we haven't got no real fight footage, or there isn't no real fight evidence that he's a warrior. So we'll make some ads. Because like I said, most sheeple will watch that and subconsciously it'll implant in their brain. Don't forget, people, that's what ads are. Advertisements subconsciously imprint in people's brains, and then tutus, they end up going to buy Under Armour. Advertising is proven to work for sheeple. Yeah, so sheeple will watch that and they're associating power and strength and grit and winning with Mr. Johnson and Under Armour. Number one, you ain't winning. And for me, yeah, it's all well and good not win. And the reason people don't understand why I'm so frustrated is the fact that I was the one, and people criticised me for a long time. Why it be you love to ride AJ? So for me, it works both ways. You don't get the ratings that I was giving you. I was saying that AJ could potentially be one of the best. In fact, scrap it. I was saying he could be the best all time. Yeah, that's how embarrassing I was sounding. So when I say them things and put them things out in the universe, and they get thrown back in my face, what, you want me to keep? What? That's what you fruity fans want me to do? Like a cuck? Keep sucking the dude off who doesn't want to achieve the things, or who doesn't want to go to that level. That can't work. Absolutely not. So that's why I'm being honest now, because it works both ways. Yeah, when I put you on that kind of pedestal, and you flop because of your own actions, you don't want to leave your team. You didn't want to dig deep. So when you choose to throw it back in people who support you's face, that's what you get. You get roasted, and rightfully so. All of your funny style behaviour gets roasted. Because no one takes them kind of ratings from the YB and then throws it back in his face. For what? Yeah? People have supported you when no one else kind of believed, and whatever else. And this is what we get. We get some funny style ad where you're trying to subconsciously cook people's minds, psyop people into believing you're... Listen, if you spent more time, not doing ads and not doing business and more time getting your nuts out, we might not be where we are right now. And in fact, if you spent more time doing business, getting rid of the deadwood around you, like Rob McCraken and Fernando Alonso, we might be in a better position. And again, this tells me that AJ, he ain't high IQ, because how is he not clocked? In this ad, it represents the good elements or the strong elements we expect in a training team, does it not? That's why they... Listen, companies don't use bad... they don't use bad characteristics in advertisements. They use good characteristics, obviously. So right there, in this ad, the corner are using good characteristics. They're positive. They're strong. Yeah? Your team weren't doing any of that. But still, it hasn't jogged anything in your head. Wait there a minute. This ad clearly contradicts what my team and myself at my team were doing. My team must go. Instead, AJ comes out and talks about triangles and how he wants to be a business mogul and how his team... Oh, yeah, but don't worry. My team had to... I've sat down with everyone in my team and we're going to put in some measures. Oh, wow, you're still zesty, man. You're not getting it, are you? Your whole team must go. And the YB must come in. Yeah? And I'll manage you as well, 100%. The YB will get your management down pat. Because you listen, 258, where they at? Yeah? Where is 258? To have allowed your situation to be there now. I've told you before. If I was managing, Rob McCraken would have been gone. Why? Who do you think you are to be in Lithuania and wherever else, and Japan, when you've got the best fighter in the world potentially, who's got a fight coming up? What do you think this is, Rob McCraken? This ain't no part-time opportunity. Yeah? But 258 management, they're cucks. They ain't going to tell Mr. Johnson what time it is. They're going to sit there and stay massaging for the check. Yeah, Freddy Krueger and someone else. Yeah, you got Freddy Krueger and someone else. 258 management. Goofies. No doubt they made up this ad. I'm pretty sure 258 Freddy Krueger was behind this ad. Oh man, yeah, let's get AJ looking. Let's get AJ back in the public's good books. Let's get AJ nice and strong and represented well. Listen, you can fool the sheeple, but the real people know what time it is. Yeah. You are the opposite of the ad right now. Your team got no nuts and you got no nuts. You wish, and that's the thing, and that's why this ad came out. That's why AJ's promoting this ad, because guess what? He wished this is how people perceived him. Yeah? This is how he wants to be perceived. But we know the truth, and we know you're down bad, and we know you need the YB right now. No win, no fee. Who doing that? Who doing it? Yeah? Rob McCraken ain't. Fernando Alonso ain't. That's why they're in them Lamborghinis smiling and laughing. Because they get paid either way. Because you're goofy cuck. Because you're goofy thin cuck. Yeah? And actually, last thing before I go. How has Anthony Johnson not clocked the hypocrisy and the irony of the whole setup? In as much as... Has this not got him thinking? Wait there a minute. I didn't push through. Wait there a minute. Where was all these statements this guy's making? Where was that reflected in my performance? This whole ad. More or less every single element of it. Where in my last performance did I reflect any of these principles and these statements? The only way is through. Where did I reflect that? Yeah? Show him every mile you put in. Get busy. Dig deep. Go to work. Go through the pain barrier. Where were all these statements at? Oops. So, Mr. Johnson, if you ever listen to this, That's what you need to be asking yourself. And what gets me is, what worries me the most, why I've completely written Mr. Johnson off, is because he clearly don't see it, does he? Because if he did, this ad would never be out there. He'd have said, no, you can't go out. Because this completely undermines myself, if that makes sense. But the fact that he's blissfully unaware, he thinks this perfectly represents his brand. The same way he's posting about Throwback Fighter. He's clinging on to Instagram posts now. I've never heard AJ tagging Throwback Fighter before. Because before, to some extent, his performances reflected that. Now all he's got is words after being schooled by a cruiserweight. Brand any dude who's half sharp, who ain't 40-year-old, can have a go on Mr. Johnson. And it's a big shame, because I do believe, with me in the corner, or Shane in the corner, this guy can be a serious weapon. Serious weapon. And with me in the corner, this guy will smoke everyone's boots and go down as the greatest of all time. It's as simple as that. That's what I believe. Yeah? Money back guarantee. Now what? Yeah? Money back guarantee. Because the YB got too much IQ, too much skills, and it'd be as simple as that. But this guy, this funny style guy, with Mr. Fernando Alonso, giggling and laughing in the Ferrari, don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with a Ferrari, in as much as, if we're delivering Ferrari performances to the fans, then so be it. For example, let's say I was training AJ and we just knocked out Fury within 6 rounds. Then you may see the YB in the Ferrari giggling and laughing. But you best believe, if our wig just got taken off by a cruiserweight, who you yourself said it was Kronk. You said Kronk, no one else. If that dude who we spent pre-camp talking about Kronk with, that cruiserweight took your wig off, what is there to be driving and giggling a Ferrari in Dubai? Explain. But that shows you, AJ, how funny style you and your whole team are. The fact that you posted that up shows your mindset. Your mindset's soft. You ain't got no shame. I'd feel embarrassed after you suckered all the punters as well. You suckered the punters, you suckered your fans. And now you're laughing in Dubai with Ferrari, with Fernando Alonso giggling. You're zesty. Yeah? You're Frank Maloney 2.0. That's what's coming next, I'll tell you that for free. I can smell it a mile off. You're Frank Maloney. Yeah? You're Caitlyn Jenner. 100%. And it's 2021. I've got no problem with that, but just be honest. Yeah? Come out, have a press conference and say, listen, I'm Frank Maloney 2.0 and I'm going to stay in Dubai giggling with Fernando Alonso. I ain't going to fight no more, because YB is right. I need to reveal my true self. I need to stop bumping the punters. I need to stop bumping the fans. Yeah? That's what you need to do right now.